There was a time when buying Windows phones was not about specifications, as many entry-level Lumias performed like champions back then. The question is if those times still exist today. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and let's see if you should buy the Lumia 830 or the Lumia 930. I think it's safe to say that there is no such thing as an ugly Lumia in the market. Regardless if you buy the top-of-the-line model or the entry-level device, looks are guaranteed, and that can be said about both the Lumia 930 and the Lumia 830. From the front and the side, it is really hard to tell these devices apart, as both models sport well-machined aluminum trims combined with a polycarbonate back that feels great in the hand. The differences really start when digging through dimensions, as the Lumia 930 is 1mm wider, almost 1mm thicker, and a crazy 17 grams heavier than the Lumia 830, even if the latter is 2.5mm taller. Both devices do sport the same 5-inch display measurements, but the Lumia 930 sports a much better 1080p AMOLED panel when compared to the 720p IPS LCD of the 830. That can sometimes seem washed out if you look at it from the left side. The spec sheet is another clear disparity between the higher-end Lumia 930 and the Lumia 830, which is a lower-tier phone. The 930 clearly beats the pants off the 830 in the processor, the RAM, the battery, the cameras, and the built-in storage. The only advantages with the 830 is that you do have expandable storage up to 128GB. Your battery is replaceable. You can easily replace the back covers, and even better, if you get the AT&T Lumia 830, it brings the LTE bands that neither the unlocked Lumia 930 or the Lumia icon from Verizon bring. Clearly, one of these devices was designed to entice a more demanding crowd than the other, and, well, both their numerical designators and the price tags confirm that. Now, since this is Windows Phone, we could assume that just like in the past, we shouldn't worry about the software part since both these devices run Lumia Denim, right? Well, that's really not accurate. As we discussed with our Lumia 930 after the buzz, getting the full power of Lumia Denim is sadly a benefit that is only available to the models that bring the Snapdragon 800 processor. And, well, that's the case of the Lumia 930. We highly recommend that you watch the After the Buzz for more details. The Lumia 830 does get some of these features, like, for example, live folders, Cortana, and, well, that's pretty much it so far. Oddly, the new Lumia camera with the whole rich capture and moments features that we loved on the 930 in our previous video are oddly not working on this 830 review unit, and neither on the other review unit that Michael has. And we don't know why. All we know is that we're currently stuck on the old Nokia camera application and you're not getting the full Lumia Denim features. That being said, once the software update comes and the Lumia camera starts working, you have to keep in mind that the 830 will not be able to give you the 4K video recording that you get on the 930 because of the difference in megapixel count. Another feature you're not getting in the Lumia 830 is the ability to summon Cortana with your voice, something that we've become very fond of with the Lumia 930. The only real benefit that you're getting with the Lumia 830 over the 930 is that the glance mode does work on the 830. Something odd since we thought this was actually an AMOLED feature, and it turns out that this IPS display on the 830 is the only one capable of bringing it at this time. Once you test the software with the hardware powering it, you will notice that the old days of the fluid Windows Phone over lower-end hardware have ended. You'll notice that the 830 drops a couple of frames here and there with the excessive Windows Phone animations, and where the 930 doesn't stutter at all. When playing graphics-intensive games, you won't notice much of a difference between both these devices, but that's once the game is running. It'll take a lot more time for the 830 to run the game than the 930. We tested phone calls and network performance on both Lumias over the AT&T network in our recent trip to CES in Las Vegas, and even though you will have a hard time telling the difference between them in call quality, the LTE bands on the Lumia 830 left the 930 eating dirt. We will have more thoughts on the battery performance and the network performance in our full Lumia 830 review coming very soon, but you can learn more about the Lumia 930's battery in our recent After the Buzz. The comparison you're waiting for most is really in the cameras, and boy was this a tough one. See, the Lumia 930 has all the software features that the 830 still doesn't have, with Lumia Rich Capture and Moments, but neither camera is really a slouch. If it weren't for the megapixel differences, you really can't complain about the photo quality on either of these devices. Colors pop on both cameras, and even video recording is extremely similar on both of them. It's really hard to tell them apart. If all you want is to buy a Lumia for a great camera, you will be suited with either device and optics, and when it comes to software, the Lumia 930 will have a couple more denim features, but that doesn't mean that the camera on the 830 is bad. On the contrary, it is really good. Overall, it's really hard to declare a winner when it comes to both of these devices, and that's mainly because they were created with different users and different price points in mind. What I will tell you is that I'm highly impressed with the features you're getting with the less expensive Lumia 830. It is definitely worth the money. I won't deny that the Lumia 930 is still my favorite smartphone camera, hands down, no room for comparison, but it doesn't mean that I wouldn't mind trusting my moments to the Lumia 830 either if I was on the go. It really all depends on your needs and your budget, since both devices bring out the best of Windows Phone for the respective markets and users they were designed for. We've got a lot more coverage on the Lumia 830 coming very soon, so make sure you follow us on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. Again, I am Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow. Thank you very much for watching, but we'll see you on the next one.